on my portfolio right now, and I feel the exact same way.
It's truly just like
Oh, there you go. Okay, sorry, my mic was cut off. Anyway,
I feel like, hang on, I had to spray a fly with some air freshener because this thing's been fucking annoying me really badly. But I feel like it's a little bit. I have less leeway because I am currently neat,
yes, you are.
so it's not helping my mental state and all this.
Well, I mean, you can put a goal for yourself with like I don't know, any type of work that might go. It might help you organize yourself.
You could challenge yourself and do something completely out of left field, something that you wouldn't do in a million years, like finish JoJo.
I've been,
God, that's what you focus on.
To be fair, I have been trying to work out bi-weekly, as in 2 times a week now. So
Well,
That's
it's a step.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty
it's not a very hard workout, but it's something. And also, it's very reminiscent of my old workout, where like 80% of the workout is centered on my legs because they're stronger than my upper half body.
Doesn't that mean you should be working out the upper half?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to answer for Adrian necessarily, but it's like, because I also had like a very similar workout routine, and I felt that most of the exercises I was doing were exercising my legs, because unless you can do like a handstand, you already have built-in, you have built-in weights for your legs, which is the rest of your body, whereas like doing workouts for your arms in a meaningful way is basically just like push-ups. There's like very few
there's
things.
Other stuff you can do, but I mean,
like
based
what?
off that
I mean,
logic,
you could do like
then
pull-ups and stuff, I guess, but
isn't
still.
it better to work out your arms because it doesn't have the natural weight like your legs do?
Right, but my point being that I don't have like the equipment to do that.
Well, it's okay. You just look up some arm exercises, and there is stuff.
Thank you, Saba. I didn't think of that.
No, I do some kind of stuff. It mostly has to do with like using your upper arms to like lift up your arms and like push them down. I don't know. There's just some exercises like that, and it does actually hurt.
I was gonna make a very crude joke, but I opted against it.
Thank you, Adrian.
But yeah, no. So there's that. I will say that I run D&D for 2 different games once every week. And I do them both for free because of course I do. Yet every day I see more and more advertised people offering to run D&D for money.
I mean, you might as well try it in terms of just being like, hey, who'd be interested?
I mean, by this point, Adrian, I would. Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, especially if you want just, you can like put yourself out there and say, well, I will be like a D&D for like people, but like just as long as they're committed and they don't, flake on us and there's no excuses.
The problem with advertising yourself for paid D&D is that there is so much pretension and so little action, because I see the post and it's like, oh, this guy posted he's got an open campaign, there's 700 views on it, and it's posted in the last hour. And then I see another post that's like, legendary DM plus 25 years experience paid, and it has 2 views. It's been up for 13 hours.
Oh my gosh. Well, you don't have to be like that, Adrian. Nothing's in the book that's telling you put yourself as the legendary D&D.
Yeah, speaking of which, I've never seen anyone advertising themselves or their service as legendary before. It's truly bewildering.
Sound like a nerd.
Just say like a guy who's looking for people who are committed to playing D&D, and you don't have to like make it like $100 to play, Adrian. You know that, right? You can make it like a menial amount.
But Zach, there's definitely no intersection. There's definitely no intersection between people who play D&D and nerds.
Oh, you're going back to that comment.
Yeah.
No, there's not. They're dweebs.
Is this the fucking minions, like thugs, like goons thing again?
Yes. There's dorks, there's nerds, there's dweebs. There's
geeks.
There's geeks, thank you. I forgot that one. And then there is the aggressive subclass called the narc, but that's different.
Are there
Dang, I think I might need explanations of these. I think you
Do-
just said 2 categories I didn't even realize existed.
do herb fall under this category as well?
Sorry?
Do herbs fall into this sphere as well?
I don't know what that
Herbs.
is.
Herbs? Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's a rare subclass lost to time.
Oh.
It's DLC. It's DLC. It's retro DLC.
Oh shit. Geeks are so like the super class and the primary category is nerd, like in the taxonomy.
The catch-all.
Most of these are under the umbrella of nerd, but they have been specifically subclassed into other categories as well. So like the nerd is just nerd. Everybody knows what a nerd is. A geek is a
Okay.
nerd that specifically focuses on either tech stuff or technical stuff, to the point where even like a car person, like a person who's really into cars, could be a geek about cars, right? And
Interesting.
then you got a dweeb, which is somebody who's just like a social outcast to the extreme, kind of like those people that would hang out in front of the TV in the Dragon's Den. Those are dweebs.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And shit, what was the other category I said?
I don't-
Dorks. Sorry, there was dorks.
Dorks.
Where dorks are nerds, but they pride themselves on their like academic knowledge.
Dorks are also just
A whale
if your name
penis. Yes.
if your name starts with the letters E and D and you live in the cul-de-sac.
I am Kevin.
Man, dork sounds like the cutest of the subclasses, though. Just like, you're such a dork.
I mean, you can say that if you
Can
want.
I say they're clumsy, too? That also sounds like it fits in there.
I mean, you could call them a klutz. That's different, though.
I mean, when you say someone's a klutz, you're stepping into the fucking clown territory where there's gestures, fools, clowns. Like that's that sphere.
Well, yeah.
No, instead of klutz, well, see, I like the term clumsy more than klutz, but I know klutz is more like a noun.
A klutz.
than
Yeah, about to
clumsy.
say a klutz is a noun. Someone is a klutz. They're not a clumsy.
You fucking clum.
Clumsy is so much
You
better.
clum.
Oh
Did
no.
you hear about like fucking two left feet Johnson over there? He's a real clum.
Two left feet Johnson. That's my favorite mafioso.
He's not very good at his job.
But he gets it done, and that's why they keep him on staff.
Ever since the incident where he had his leg bitten off from sleeping with the fishes and managed to survive, the doc didn't have any right feet left.
Oh, didn't have any right feet left. They go to the back alley surgeon, and he's like, "All right," and he opens up the freezer, and there's just like hundreds of feet like hanging from like the people that he's had to amputate, but everybody needs their right foot for some fucking reason, so he has a surplus of left and no right, and so he's like, well, here you go, guy, I'm sorry. Just shoves it back on.
Dr. Dubad needs all these right feet for his right feet abomination.
His right footinator.
The right footinator. It's just no, he's not Dr. Doofenshmirtz. That's Doofenshmirtz trademark is Nader.
Okay, so what's Dr. Dubad's?
Failing miserably.
That's well, okay, so he's just Megamind.
Well, no, Megamind betrays his villainous roots and becomes a good guy at the end.
Yeah. Just like Dr. Dubad's alternate persona when he sleepwalks, Mr. Dogood.
No, we established Do-Good
Oh my
was a
god! Oh
failed
no,
villain.
let's not.
We established
Let's not
long ago.
putting old
No, I
people-
didn't. It's not Dr. Dogood. It's Mr.
Oh,
Dogood.
no.
It's Dr. Dubad when he's sleepwalking.
So he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just move on from this.
Dr.
quickly.
Dubad
I
and
can't
Mr.
get into this
Dogood.
again.
What do you mean, Saba? You're here with
I
the
thought we had a limit to how much of
You're-
this lore we're in.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? There's only 3 of us right now.
Yeah, this doesn't,
Oh gosh.
and also this doesn't count towards our Ace Attorney lore limit because Zach established their different universes.
This is true. And I'm not saying there's a lore limit on Ace Attorney. I'm just saying it has to be good. like the fact that in canon fucking Lada is a space alien clone is fucking bullshit and I hate it, but I have to accept it.
Yeah, the clause to that is that if the game establishes it, then we have to adhere to it. it.
Correct. That's what, like, obviously that's like the super rule above everything else, is that if the game makes a joke about something nonsensical, it's automatically true.
And that's why Pearly is superhuman.
Pearly is either, I was thinking about it, right? Because you remember how Maya got electrocuted by the stun gun, and then she temporarily gained electric powers as the electricity
yeah.
slowly worked its way out of her
I totally
system.
remember that.
I almost feel like something similar happened to Pearly, where she now has like super speed, but as she grows up, it'll
But from
go
where, though?
away.
Where did she gain super speed?
I figured it'd be something similar, like she got struck by lightning, and so she had like lightning
my
fast
gosh.
speed.
They're just attracted to lightning. Or
Maybe.
the lightning's attracted to them. But didn't we already canonize Gant as being the lightning man?
Yeah, he's the lightning
How much
demon
lightning?
lord.
Well,
How much lightning are we going to attribute to these people?
How much
no,
lightning
here's
is
the-
in the
here's the
how
thing.
much lightning is in the universe? There's a lot.
Well, no, here's the thing, right? Ever since Gand was in prison, he hasn't been around to control the tempestuous, powerful lightning outside and the powers it grants. So it's just been running
Oh, how
haywire about.
intriguing.
It's been running amok.
Exactly. Without someone to wrangle it, much like without someone to wrangle the Grorks, they're running wild.
That is true. We haven't really acknowledged the horrible Grork infestation that's been plaguing the countryside now that Jake Marshall is in prison.
I mean, isn't infestation if there's only two of them?
I mean, is it 2 or is it 2,000? It's hard to tell when you're just looking at them head on, because they all perfectly, like, that's the thing, right, is that Grorks, when you see them in the wild, they're smart enough to try and, like, hide, quote-unquote, but they're too awkwardly shaped in order to do that on their own. So what they do is one of them will get directly in your line of sight, and then the rest of them will hide behind him, making it look like it's a really long creature, when in fact it's actually, like, 70,000.
The catch to this, though, is that while they are obtuse and they're not very good at hiding behind things because they knock stuff over, we did establish that they are invisible unless you wear a cowboy poncho and a cowboy hat.
That is true. I forgot about that. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't understand what we're saying by this point anymore, so I'm just...
You don't remember Detective Marshall's famous Grork pets?
Oh my gosh, no, definitely not.
You remember when I drew
All
one?
I remember is the flask.
Oh, yeah.
Saba, how do you not remember this? You were here for the entire Case 5.
Do you know how much we've done of this? How much do you expect me to remember, Zach?
The whole thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Adrian and I do.
Listen, I guess
I
Abba
don't
has
know
more
what to
to
say.
because Zach, this is your stream, and then
That
me,
is
I have
true.
an affinity for absurd lore.
That is true. I do rewatch some of the VODs on like 3 times speed, so
I do watch them occasionally too. They're nice as a background stuff. But then I start
Right.
hearing my voice, and then I'm like, ew, I need
it's
to
really
stop.
off-putting, isn't it?
The only thing about my
Oh.
voice that I feel like is that I wish I had a better mic. That's it.
I wish we all had better mics. I wish we were all here in a studio.
The
Game Grumps
the-
style.
Well,
I think
at least I'm satisfied with my mic now.
I think my
It's not
favorite
horrible.
stream to rewatch or re-listen to is the Terraria one because we established so much Dr. Doobad and tomfoolery lore.
That is true
my
with the
God.
Minunion.
The Minunion, the Tom, be real with you.
I've cancer.
I'm very cancer.
I can't believe that's the one you want to rewatch. The Terraria Let's Play, where not Let's Play, the Terraria stream, where I literally got a message from Twitch being like, "Yeah, we don't recommend that you play that game again. It seemed to have done bad things for your channel."
Really?
Yes, I don't have that email anymore, but I literally got an email from Twitch being like, "Yeah, we suggest playing something else. Maybe try one of these." And it was like fucking League, Valorant, and Hearthstone.
League? Oh my god.
Well, because
Wow.
League, Valorant, and Hearthstone are like top of
Yeah.
top of.
I know,
Twitch
but it's
right
like
now.
it's funny because you don't think you wouldn't get mad, like if you would play League.
Listen,
No,
Twitch
absolutely,
doesn't
I'd get
recommend-
fucking pissed.
Yeah, Twitch isn't recommending good games; it's recommending popular games.
Correct.
Uh,
Although, you know what game was apparently like super popular for a hot second? Helltaker.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and it's I saw a lot of art of it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you did. Saba, to fill you in case you're not aware of what this game is. It's basically just like a block pushing puzzle, or like a series of block pushing puzzles. But then the thing that really sells the game, that makes people like it a lot, is A, it's free, you can just get it. B, it has really good music, and C, all of the characters are demons from like actual Catholic lore, but portrayed as cute anime girls.
Oh my
And like,
gosh.
and the plot is you defeat them to add them to your harem.
Correct.
Wow. That sounds
Ta-da!
incredible.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is basically a recipe for a flash in the pan fan base.
Which makes sense, cause like everybody for like a while there, actually probably still like really likes the character designs, cause the characters all fit like stereotypical like tropes or whatever, like archetypes, I suppose. But there's a reason why they're archetypes, because they do make for like pseudo compelling characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The only video that I've seen so far, it was this one guy that I used to watch on YouTube a while back, and I just remembered his channel. And so I looked at his video where he played Helltaker real quick, and it was more of like a stream highlights than like an actual video. And there was one part where I don't remember what the name of the demoness was. It was something like Justavava or something like that. It began with a J. I remember that. But her whole thing is that she's like the stereotypical tsundere type, and in order to defeat her, you have like a bunch of dialogue options that are all compliments, and you have to pick the right compliment in order to get her more and more embarrassed until eventually you defeat her, and then she just turns into like blushy, like, oh my god, don't look at me character, and then she joins you, and it's like nice.
Wow.
I mean, hey man, when someone makes a formula and it works, you gotta respect it.
Exactly, and that's sort of how I feel about Helltaker, because like the actual gameplay is pretty okay. It's like solid. It's just a block pushing puzzle, which people are already, familiar with and has proven to be good in the past. And it's just like, I don't know, I like it. Good job, guys. You did it.
We did it. Congratulations.
You made a game. You made a game for free that absolutely catapulted your careers into like the limelight, because it was made by like what, a team of two. There was like an engineer and an artist, and both of them on Twitter were talking about how Helltaker has suddenly like opened up so many doors for them in like real game industry stuff, and I'm like, nice.
Nice.
Now I just gotta find someone to draw me some cute anime girls, and then I can just stick like a match 3 game to it.
Ask Lawrence. Lawrence is good at drawing cute girls.
Lawrence is good at drawing cute girls, but he's kind of focused on his own portfolio stuff at the moment. I have some ideas for stuff that I would like to ask him for eventually, but we'll cross that bridge later.
You gotta persuade him, Zach.
I gotta persuade him over time.
You gotta erode at him. You have to like the waves crashing. Into
Like the
the
waves
floor.
crashing against the cliffside. I must make him fall.
Wow.
But speaking of games, I recently bought Marduk, which went on sale on Steam. Which
You bought what?
Marduk. It's an old. I explained briefly a while ago, but I'll reiterate. Marduk was an old Flash game from like the early or like the late 2000s, and the guy who made it made like 3 chapters, and it was just a solid, fun RPG that was pretty self-aware, and like for the time, it was like, whoa, an RPG that makes fun of itself.
Never heard of
but-
that before.
Never heard of it. It was in the early 2000s or late 2000s, so it, it was actually kind of true. Yeah, people liked it a lot. It was like made in Flash. The graphics were pixely, and just it was an all-around solid, free Flash game that had 3 chapters, and it accrued a really big following when the 3rd chapter came out. And then the creator, who was like still a teenager, who made literally all the coding, art, music, game design, all of it, underwent severe mental stress issues and also like
Oh, I
brain.
remember.
Oh,
you
is
talking
this
about
the
this
is
now.
this the
Yeah.
guy that like got cancer or whatever?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was cancer, but it was something similar, or at least I think it was some sort of tumor. But yeah, he went through like a bunch of like emotional and mental like trauma just from like the massive popularity because that he accrued when he was still a teenager. But recently he released the game, and like as a bundle you get the OST, which is still solid. and you could also get like his development notes because apparently the game was supposed to have like 8 chapters, and he only published 3 of them and like finished 3 of them before he like broke down or whatever. And I gotta say, the other chapters are completely not what I've expected, but also they were written by a teenager in the late 2000s.
Well, there you go.
The plot for the first 3 chapters is you're basically playing as a knight in a medieval fantasy realm, and at your childhood you get possessed by this like alien elemental guy who gives you healing powers, and you do good basically, and the rest is fairly generic. You fight another alien that comes in, you save some crystals, stuff like that. But like from chapters 4 and onwards, there's a bunch of it really shifts to focus more on the aliens and this like government conspiracy of the aliens, and the world gets destroyed and you fly out in the ship, you go to another planet, there's different aliens there, there's like lobster race car pod things that you have to drive around in a mini game, and it's like, man, I don't know if I would have liked the series if it kept going.
Mm.
Mm.
It seems like it shifted a lot.
Theoretically, it would have shifted a lot, but also the guy never made them, and
Correct.
he is once again back at it in 2020, remaking the game, several years later with much more experience under his belt in all of those compartments. Which, by the way, again, insane that he made an entire game on his own in the late 2000s as a teenager. But a decade later, he's making a reimagining of that same setting, but with a more focused storyline, better gameplay, etc., etc. And it's very promising, and I look forward. I hope he goes through with it.
Cool. What was the name of it?
Mardek, Mardek.
Mardek. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? While we're here, might as well look it up on Steam real quick. See if I can.
Yeah. It's it and the OST and development documentary are up on Steam, but it's also free on
yeah, there it is.
Flash websites.
Mardek.
Yeah.
Mardek. Why are there 2 different? Oh, that's just the OST. Okay, understand.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yes, this definitely does seem a little old, but that's neat. I'll add it to my wish list. Why not? Oh, it's on sale right now too.
Yeah, because he just released it earlier this week.
Oh, it has 39 reviews, but they're all positive.
Yes, it was interesting seeing, because I follow the guy on Twitter. It's interesting seeing him like bemoan the process of actually getting it released on Steam, basically, and just being like, "Man, this is a pain in the ass."
Like most things are.
And also, because this guy apparently just has a really bad lot in life, around the same time that he was trying to get it released on Steam, his own personal website was down.
Oh.
So he couldn't give his like hardcore followers any updates there. It went down for several days, and it was just like, man, this guy's got really bad luck. But yeah, no, I admire his work a lot in pretty much everything he does. I don't know anything about coding, but his games are fun. He's really good at drawing. He is also really good at making music, in my opinion. I like his music a lot, etc., etc. He's just a really cool guy, and it's sad that he got a short straw in life. It seems.
It seems like talent. He drew the big straw, but then in terms of like uncontrollable application, like things beyond his control, seems like that was the short straw.
Yeah.
As long as we're doing like a little bit of like story time about like stuff that we've been interested in recently, Saba was there momentarily for the stream on Wednesday, but holy shit, is the new Shantae game fucking awesome. I don't know. There's something about it. I'm pretty sure I said as much on stream as well, but like the game kind of just it has its own like flavor, it has its own like the story exists and it's not exactly bad, like the narrative, but the game doesn't necessarily take it super seriously, but to an extent where it's more charming than anything else. And there are so many mechanics in the game now that it has just taken from other, like, it'll be like tried and true mechanics that have shown time and time again that people enjoy them, and it just fucking straight up steals them. Like, there are 7 primary bosses in the game, and apparently after each boss you get like a new special power up, very much like Mega Man. You don't get to choose which boss you do, obviously, but you get a power up after each boss. And then there's also a thing. Oh, hello?
Well,
Hello?
no,
Adrian?
no. Adrian, is your Wi-Fi?
I'm about to say he
Is it
might
gone?
have just disconnected out of existence. Well, I suppose I might as well just continue my story while he's trying to connect. But there's like a thing. Oh, yep, he's straight. Oh, is he back?
Whoa, I cut out at the part where you said tried and true, where you beat a boss in something else.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I was saying. So, I'll just pick it up from there then. When you defeat a boss, you get like a special power up associated with that boss, very much like Mega Man. And although you don't really get to pick which boss you fight when, that's still very reminiscent of that. The idea of getting like a cool power up based on who you fight. And another one is that there are obviously like a lot of just enemies that you fight in the environments around the world, and when you defeat them, there's a chance that they drop a monster card of that monster. And if you collect enough of the same card, it goes from a normal black card to a golden card, which then means that you can equip it to your character, and it will give you like a passive benefit. So, like for example, the most common enemy in the game right now is crabs, like just little crabs that like jitter along the screen. And after defeating 2 of them, or after getting 2 cards, I was able to equip it as the passive, which was your crawl speed. Like when you're holding down and moving forward, crawl speed was increased. And it's like that's a really small benefit, but it was really weak enemy, so it sort of makes sense. That kind of balances out. And I don't know, just the Shantae series in general is just, I don't know, it's just fun, just thoroughly. And I was reminded with the PC release of Shantae and the Seven Sirens that Shantae, the first game, came out in fucking 2002. And so the series as a whole is fucking 18 years old. That just seems nuts to me. Because, like, I don't know. I didn't really start playing Shantae until Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. And it's like, hot damn. But yeah, there you go. That was my story time of Shantae.
Cool.
Alright. I figure we'll probably give it another, like, 3 minutes or so. And then if no one else shows up, I guess it'll just be the 3 of us reading
If no one
lines.
else shows
Yay.
up, then we all draw straws.
I mean, I'll do Gumshoe. That's fine.
No, I just meant in general. I hope you're ready.
Just
Oh my
drawing,
gosh, you're
just
just
to
gonna
draw,
draw straws?
just
That'd
to
be
draw
funny, though.
straws.
Yeah.
Just flip a coin.
That'd be a really,
Now you
that'd be
have
a,
to do this.
that'd be
You
a really
have to do
funny
that.
way of illustrating, that idea. It's just like, all right, everybody draw straws. I flip my screen to like a Pintrello website where all 3 of us just have to draw whatever we think straw is, and then whoever's the best gets to do the line.
Oh man, dude, I really wanna. I need more like artist friends, cause I wanna really like play on draw pile, but I don't have any artist friends.
Well, there you go.
But like, I see a lot of people or a lot of other artist cliques like hanging out on draw pile and like drawing all sorts of fun, cool, like awesome stuff, and I'm like, man, none of my friends also draw.
It's a shame.
The only people I know that draw are like distant or mutual friends. Sad.
Ooh. I'm going to mention this as well as we get started here. Itch.io has a sale, or not a sale, it has a bundle that's available right now that is unbelievably good. And I know that the actual purpose of the bundle is to support, like, Black Lives Matter funds and stuff like that. But it is literally $3,555 worth of like stuff for $5. um, and it's like, and so I put in $20 because I was like, that seems more appropriate for something like that. And despite the fact that I did own a lot of the games already, I did get a bunch of games that I just didn't have yet. And obviously, there was a lot of stuff where it was just like people, people doing their senior year project and uploading it to itch and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, it's nice. I got a lot of stuff that I'm really excited about.
It's good.
It's good.
It's goo. It just slimes in your computer and green
It's
slime
goo.
comes out.
Ew.
Oh god.
Oh, which speaking of goo, two really quick stories. I tried to do my first marinade today, where overnight I had 2 chicken breasts literally just soaking in ranch dressing because I didn't have anything
Oh my
else.
God.
And I asked my mom, like, could I
What a
just
chef.
use ranch dressing? And she's like, well, ranch dressing is technically acidic, so yes, you could just do that, although the flavor will probably be really light. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I did I cooked it before the stream today, and lo and behold, it was a pretty mild taste, but it tasted like ranch chicken, which was really cool. So I was really happy about that. That's what the goo part was about, and then the other part was that apparently at some point, while Brian, because Brian, my new roommate, he has a tendency to he'll like go out on the porch and just kind of like hang out for a bit, like either working out or smoking or whatever. Um, but he'll leave the screen door open like just a crack, which allows like some bugs to get in. And normally it's been like small stuff like a fly or whatever. Today, while I was doing something like earlier in the day, like getting ready for therapy, fucking a gigantic moth just flew out from the bag I was putting away in the closet. And when I say gigantic, I mean that the moth was about the size of my palm. And it was terrifying because all of a sudden it was just like to the point where as it flew through the air, it was making noise. You know what I mean? And it goes and it lands on one of the chairs in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, well I'm not gonna squish it because A, that's a big insect and I don't want to do that, and B, I don't really want to hurt it. So I grabbed a Tupperware bowl and like a piece of paper essentially. and I go to try to grab it, but as I'm about to cover it, the moth starts flying away, and I catch it by the wing, and I freak out because I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry, which kind of shows that I'm a little bit of a pansy. But I let go, and the moth just disappears somewhere, and I was like, oh my god, where the hell did that go?
Gosh.
I find it like 5 minutes later. It turns out that it just went into like the deepest corner of the room. And I look at it, and lo and behold, where I caught its wing has now been completely sheared off, and it cannot fly anymore. And I was like,
yeah.
man, that feels so bad. I'm still gonna try to get it out of the house though. And so I eventually coaxed it up the window, or up the window a little bit. And then I did catch it this time underneath the thing, and it was fluttering around inside. But I was like, okay, I got it. And so I started slipping the paper underneath. I got it, and I was like, okay, this is good. However, I was holding the paper to the Tupperware bowl with my hand, and because the moth was so huge, it kept fucking bashing into my palm to the point where it freaked me the fuck out, and I dropped both the paper and the Tupperware, and the moth
Oh
just
my
flew
gosh.
straight into my face,
Oh my gosh.
and it then vanished. I have not heard it. I have not seen it since. It is probably still in the house somewhere, but I don't know where the fuck it is.
I think this should be a legitimate horror story, Zach. By
Well,
this point.
Zach, you've made an arch enemy.
I have. This moth is gonna come back one day, and it's just gonna be sucking my blood or something. It does freak me out because I know that moths aren't dangerous, but it's huge. Is the thing.
You
And
have
if you look
created
at its face, it's somewhat
Zach, you have created an arch rival. You've created the character in the anime who only has one arm, and they have sworn vengeance against the person that took their arm.
Oh fuck! It was his fault. If the moth just like cooperated, I would have gotten it out of the home safely.
Well, unfortunately, the hero's never going to hear your side of the story because they're going to kill you on sight.
Damn it!
Okay.
You're not
Wait,
gonna
you're
get
calling
them
me the
online.
villain? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was trying to
you're
be the
one-
good guy.
You took someone's arm.
That was.
You had infinitely
Okay,
more power
okay.
than them.
Nick,
Yes.
did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is.
Okay, Maya,
She
I'm gonna
constantly
cut
whips
you off real quick there. She lived underneath an AMV pyre for years and then was forged in the white-hot, like, cauldron that is Germany. You should be happy that you're not as quote-unquote strong as she is.
I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Man,
Yeah.
forged alone
and
in Germany.
And I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
There's that forge. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl.
Maya, that's okay.
And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Not once, but twice now.
I'm about to say, this is the second time. I'm sure in the next game it'll be a third. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Oh!
Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you see, Mystic Maya is how the game decided to translate your honorific, so that's what Pearly calls you, because she's very formal.
Also,
see.
Pearly is going to just fucking deniatate anyone that tries to get close to you.
Deniatate?
Yeah, just remove
She'll take out their
people's names.
knees?
Okay.
Oh, hello, Grant.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Grant.
So exhausted.
How was the movie?
The movie was done at 9:40.
Oh,
Oh,
Was
he just kept you there.
yeah, I was being kept there.
oh no. I mean, that's okay. If you ever decide to watch the VOD later, we had just, like, a nice conversation. Adrian talked about a really cool game that's coming back, that's, like, being revitalized, and then I talked
Nice.
about Shantae.
Ooh.
And I
Saba,
didn't say anything.
and then Saba desperately tried to get us to move on.
Actually, I
On
was
multiple
confused
occasions.
Most of the point.
Well, no, Saba was fine with the conversation until it steered into lore building territory.
right,
and
there you
Yeah,
go,
I was
yes.
like, no, stop. There was more Doctor Do Bad and slash
Oh.
Doctor Do Good when unconscious.
Excuse you, is
Grant.
Mr. Do Good when he's
Oh my gosh, see,
sleepwalking.
exactly. Okay, my mother is coming today to show her support.
Goomba?
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Grant, do you know if Carrie's gonna be coming today or no?
I thought she was. I thought she was already. Yeah, I thought she would have been already in here.
By the way, speaking of Goomba, you guys remember that one fucking YouTube song that someone made or uploaded where it's a song about Mario and Bowser and like Bowser's an oil tycoon and it's like really weirdly political?
What the fuck are you
What?
talking about?
Yeah,
It's a
I have
very
no
old
idea.
song, and I wouldn't be surprised if none of you got the reference because it's super old and obscure, but it just reminded me of that.
So interesting.
You know what? Now that you're talking about stuff that's like weirdly political for whatever reason,
Oh boy.
this is well,
My
you're
gosh,
kind of
Grant,
right
you
and
just
kind of
came.
wrong in saying that, Grant,
And this is
because
what
it's just
happens.
like I was not procrastinating. I was doing other stuff while I was supposed to be working. But anyway, so I was just like looking around on stuff on the internet, and I found a YouTube video that was like, "Hey, so can we talk about this?" Oh, Saba muted herself. Hey, and it was just a video of just like the guy pointing to a picture. Hey, can we talk about this? And it was just it was artwork of like a 7-foot tall, incredibly like curvaceous blonde woman with blue eyes buying a bunch of bread while stepping
Oh
on a
God,
dude's
not
crotch.
this.
Wait,
I hate
do you know what this is?
Yeah,
Zach, how long ago did it take you to find this?
it's
This was
been
today.
a while.
Why? Is this a thing?
Yes.
I mean, listen, as someone who's known about deviant art community, this has been a thing for maybe decades, at least 1 decade.
I don't know if it's been that long, but maybe. I don't know. I found out about it a couple of years ago.
Okay, I was completely in the blue about this. I had never heard of this before, and I was
One
like,
big-
"What the fuck? How is your fetish this specific?"
Have you seen the explanation they gave?
No, that wasn't in the video. Why?
Oh, it was a video. Oh no,
Yeah.
I think it
So,
was on DeviantArt.
like to explain, it was just a video that was in the recommendeds. I was going through like a YouTube rabbit hole, and it was just like in the recommendeds of a previous video where they were describing like some animation from like years and years ago. And it was just like a really cool like Sakuga animation, and then there was in the recommendations there, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I look at it, and it was literally just the guy describing the artwork, and then like just sweeping through just hundreds of artworks that were apparently commissioned by like the same guy, and it was all
Yeah.
just the same thing from just different artists, and it was like, holy shit.
It's gotten to a point where it's such an artwork community meme where people that are not the guy have also commissioned it.
Oh.
In another way, I believe, in another weird way, I guess, he commissioned Shadman, and he said no.
I will also say that reminds me very quickly of just like there's this one video of these Let's Players talking about just like they're obviously making fun of and like joking about like, yeah, how come in these how come Crash Team Racing when you're big and you get stomped over you get flattened, and they talk about how like they joke about how that's like a fetish.
Saba.
Sorry.
Listen, I want to encourage the conversation while keeping us moving in the game.
That's why I'm being very, very low volume.
You're being
I'll
disruptive.
finish up real fast. But they were joking about how that was probably a fetish, and it was animated, like gamers animated, but for these Let's Players, it was animated by someone who was a little bit too good at drawing these specific fetishes.
Oh,
And
no.
all the people that check
Goodness.
their channel, and yes, their channel is full of feeding and flattening fetishes.
Wait,
It's
what's
like,
a
alright.
flattening fetish?
Oh
It's,
no.
it's a fetish when people get flattened, like in Mickey,
like the
Tom and Jerry,
cartoons.
like a big hammer flattens someone. That's a fetish apparently.
But
Like
how does that
poor Coyote
how does that make sense?
It does.
How does any fetish
Most
make
fetishes
Because I know that
Yeah,
I know that
exactly,
I know that a
Saba.
lot of latex fetish comes from A, the feel of latex on your skin, but B, also like the tightness, like the compression that comes with it. So I feel like it's an extension of that sensation of like imagining how
Okay.
good it would feel to get flattened. But like, wouldn't that kill you?
I mean, so would most inflation porn. And I
That
feel
is
like it's
true.
just a mirror. It's just a mirror to the inflation porn.
Oh,
I
you
think
mean
it's
you mean
just
like it's the dark world version of inflation porn flattening?
I mean, I think inflation is already pretty dark world. I think they're just like twins.
Okay, if you say so. I mean, that's why I never really understood vor from like any extent, because like wouldn't that just kill you?
I mean, I get it a
So,
little.
are
bit.
you
It's like
telling me
similar.
like fetishes are like a family tree and they somehow connect to one another?
Yes,
No,
all
no.
fetishes tie back to the sea.
No, listen. First of all, fetishes are not a family tree. It's like a skill tree. Second of all,
It's
Oh,
like a
wow.
skill tree.
Oh my, can you
You
upgrade?
put enough.
You
into-
upgrade to another fetish? Is that
Yes,
what you're
you-
telling me?
I am disgusted, but Adrian is pretty correct there because I'm
You-
thinking of
It's
how like
turning to
I'm thinking
episode 7.
episode
fetish
7
talk.
we talk about fetishes for like 30 minutes. Wait,
It's
hold up.
called session.
Is Pearly
What?
able to just just on at will channel Mia?
I
I'm
know, she
really
has to
glad.
try a little bit. I think he asked her and she was like, okay, and then she just went somewhere to poof.
But
I'm really
But-
glad that we got off the fetish talk.
but still, oh no,
immediately.
we're going back to that in a second. Fuck off.
God
But
damn it.
but like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, Maya can't even do that.
What? No, it happens to both of the. Well, maybe they're
No,
not
because like to
purposely trying
Maya,
to do
it just happens. Like it'll just be a thing that occurs. But with Pearly, he was like, "Hey, can you do this?" She's like, "Okay, I'll try," and then she did. That has
Well, no,
never
remember
happened
that
with
was-
Maya.
Well, she's also really impressive.
No, that's
Also,
what I
remember
mean. I'm
that-
saying that
Remember.
she's so much more impressive than Maya.
We'll also remember that was Maya post or pre-training montage. This is Maya post-training montage.
Yeah, she's had her Rocky moment.
She finished her training. which is
She's-
why
She
she's
She's
trained.
found
She
her
finished her
waterfall.
training and hasn't. Well, actually, that is true. She did channel. She did channel an individual. Well, she
Yeah.
might have channeled an individual properly. We're not
she
sure.
didn't really
She
have the chance to
probably
show off her
could
prowess.
have, but she was, knocked unconscious.
She was knocked
Yeah.
unconscious. All right, we're
That's
not
okay.
going back to the fetish conversation at all. However, Grant did say something earlier, and I am fucking dying to know. You said there was an explanation?
There was an explanation, and I read it once from the guy who commissioned all this. And I vaguely remember because it had to do with what's that one fetish where it's it involves money and it's
Wait a
gosh.
minute. The only thing I know about that is that there's I don't even know if what I'm thinking of is what you're referencing, but where there's girls online who literally just tell guys to give them money, and apparently
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yes.
it's it's a separate class from that,
If I'm correct, that's called
Isn't it like fiscal domination or something?
I think the more colloquial term is pay pig.
Yes, that's
Oh
what I
my
was looking
God.
Oh
for.
my god.
I mean, I
But-
never went that far. I just simply heard that, but okay.
But going to
Cash
working
cow.
off Grant's thing, my recollection is that it had something to do with basically Wonder Bread being a really inefficient corporate company, and
And it's very capitalistic fetish for something.
yes. Are we gonna start voicing? All right.
I don't know.
Is that
I don't
good?
know, man. I'm reeling a little bit from the conversation because, as I says, I did not know that this was a thing prior to today.
Well,
Also,
Zach,
very
if you ever
social
feel like
comment.
asking people about weird fetishes, you can always ask me. I'm a little bit knowledgeable.
I don't want to ask you about your weird fetishes.
Adrian,
Listen.
say on stream for everyone, record it.
Listen, I don't partake in them. I just work
Study
in
them.
schools adjacent
He's
to
just
them.
aware of.
There was
every one
a
of
there
them.
was a guy that I used to work with at AMC who said that his #1 goal in life, not as a business, but in life, was that he wanted to make the world's most comprehensive online library of fetishes.
I have an
Man.
approximate knowledge of many fetishes.
There you go. Excuse me. All right.
I am the prodigy who has never lost a
Oh.
case becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago.
You're still doing this voice.
It's great.
It's
Do
not.
you want me to do my stereotypical girl voice instead?
No, it's when you do a German accent.
I was hoping you would say yes, and then Adrian just does the same voice.
That would have been way funnier. That would have been clippable.
Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
That's nice, Miss Von Karma.
I like how she directly called out Mia's clothes.
Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye.
That's
Isn't
fucked
she,
up. You're
Uber distracting.
who, Mia?
Yeah.
100%, dude. Or I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
not, because the judge, everybody does not acknowledge the fact that Mia's hot as fuck. They just acknowledge that she shows a lot of cleavage. That's it. And so I'm really surprised that they haven't made a joke out of that yet. Actually, wait, wasn't the Cody Hackins? Whenever
Yes.
Maya was channeling Mia, he would cooperate.
That was your
Oh, yeah.
acknowledgement there.
There you go. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight.
And when they buy Wonder Bread, anyways.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Grant!
yeah. A very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
There was?
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Thank you for recounting, and the key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What? Does that mean we win?
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture?
You see, she was simply lactating blood.
Oh god.
I'm sure that's a fetish.
Oh, that absolutely is. Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant, even though she clearly looks like a different person?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Well, Grant, you can't use that as an argument in court
Oh,
because
yeah,
then
that's
because
right,
then Von
because-
Karma will literally point at Mia and will say either that is Mia Fey or we're all under arrest.
Oh no.
But what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped the key.
How? Wait, how? Because we heard the gunshots and then immediately barged through the door.
Yeah, and then you left to go call the police.
Oh, true. I forget about that. It has been 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
Isn't that what I'm here for?
we started this case 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about since the last time we played.
No.
The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand.
Ah, the
Oh
villain.
my god. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan.
What were you oh my godding about?
No, it's gonna be Grant's show now.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking if in lore there's been 2 weeks past, and this trial would have taken 4 times longer than the average trial.
Correct. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this.
Witness, name, and occupation.
My name is Morgan Fay. I'm a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ow!
I don't think. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct?
I took my cue.
Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya. Then, spirit severing technique? The technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is.
It's just a really hard karate chop.
That is. Ow!
You, be quiet.
That's... oh, God, I hate this series.
Now witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
Oh yeah, Morgan? Then why haven't you said this before? Are you a fucking liar?
What?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in the possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
God, her hair from the back is even more ridiculous. Order, order, order!
Oh, I didn't see it. Shit.
Miss Fay, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Saba, do you want to take Von Karma?
No, this is great.
You want to take? Please take
No,
any.
this is.
Saba, please, I insist.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can pick from one of the 3 females in this scene.
Or you can take Phoenix, and then I'll take Mia. Huh?
Just
How's
have your
that
pick of the
sound?
litter.
I don't. No, it's okay. I don't think I can pull off a phoenix.
Why? It's just me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, while this testimony happens, no one asked Von Karma for anything, because I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Saba, do you want to take the Morgan, or who do you want to take?
No, I will not. You have to. Like Morgan's one of
Saba,
my
you
favorite
gotta,
voices of Ukraine,
you
but I will
gotta
do someone
help him
else.
out.
I will. I can be Von Karma. Sure. Whatever.
If you're Von Karma, then who's Adrian?
Adrian.
I'm just saying,
You're
Saba.
too
There are
angry.
four
Okay,
people
fine.
in this scene. You don't have to be
Okay,
Morgan,
fine.
but
I
you can be the
I
judge.
Be Phoenix, fine.
You'll
I-
be
it doesn't
Phoenix.
matter.
Okay. All right. You'll be Phoenix. I'll be Mia.
Okay.
We're doing.
I'll give you interesting voices.
Wait,
so I
Grant.
do, I guess.
So
Wait,
confusing
Grant.
for What?
I, never mind. I was gonna like suggest that we switch around all
We
of the.
switch every sentence.
Oh my god. Oh, well, Adrian coming back, he
All
should
right.
just be the judge by this point, right?
Adrian's the judge.
I'll
Bruce
be
Von
I'll be Francisca.
I'm the judge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adrian's
Alright,
the
that's
judge.
fine.
all the voices.
I can do the judge.
I
However,
have no idea how this is gonna
however,
turn out.
Grant
Oh
is
my
still
God.
Morgan and Mia.
No, Saba's Mia.
No,
Zach's Mia.
Saba's
Zach's
Phoenix.
Mia.
Wait, am I Mia? I thought I was
Yeah.
Francesca.
Then
You said
who's
you're
driving this plane?
Ah! It just crashes into a building. Wait.
Are we doing it just for this testimony? Because this is gonna
Yeah,
get so
let's just.
okay, cool.
It's
Um,
crazy.
Okay, so Zach, you're Mia. Adrian, you're the judge. Saba, you're Phoenix.
And Grant's Von Karma.
Oh wait, am I okay?
No,
am
I'm
I
Von. No, I'm
Morgan.
Von. No, I'm Von Karma because I'm gonna try to
Zach
do.
is
I'm gonna
Mia
try to
and
do a
Von
German
Karma.
accent.
Okay,
I'm
you're
Dirty
Mia.
Yeah, yeah. I think Zach, you'll pull a better German off than I.
No,
could.
I'm
I
Dirty
was
Dan.
no confident at all.
So I'm staying Morgan. All right.
Yes.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
She had a quick little judo reversal.
No. Why have you hidden this until now?
What the fuck?
That's
That's the
great.
best I could do.
That's
Let's
not
go.
fair.
That's so good. I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise.
That's right. She's simply correcting a falsity,
That's
Mr.
French.
Phoenix, right?
Oh my
That's
gosh,
French.
sounds like a mind.
No, it's
like,
not French. Fuck you.
I was about to say
French.
French too.
Listen, I was reading a thing, and I was told that eventually, if you just practice doing a quote unquote aggressive French, you eventually fall into German.
Streamer,
Oh my
watch
God.
out! The English are playing copyrighted music.
It's a playing copyrighted music.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
I don't like this.
Well, this is what happens when you give me the role.
I'm immediately uncomfortable. Sabo, let's switch.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Who the fuck is who?
I'm gonna do the anime judge. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Is he that old in the anime?
Yeah, that's the voice they give him in the anime.
God damn.
Wait, Adrian, can we switch?
Oh my god.
All right, I'll be Phoenix and you'll be the judge.
All right, thank you.
Who the fuck is Maya?
Yeah, I think you're still Maya.
Or Mia, excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mia.
my aunt is a very smart and sly person.
Musical voices.
Musical voice. It's gonna be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Hey, Grant,
Yeah.
can we switch?
Yeah, sure. I'll be Phoenix, you be Mia.
No, I'm the
No, I'm
judge.
Phoenix. You're the
Adrian's
judge.
I'll be the judge. We're just gonna switch all to the normal voice, like what we
I'm
already are.
trying to do math. All right. I mean,
have
this-
we been even paying attention? I'm sorry.
No, I'm paying attention. Her
Okay.
entire testimony so far seems pretty straight and narrow, which leads me to believe that we have to press almost everything in order for her to then say an additional statement that's wrong.
But Phoenix, do you smell that? It's bullshit.
Just now you said those two. Who are the two people you're referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
So Phoenix of Adrian is just basic Adrian.
Yeah, Londa's not a foreigner despite how she talks. I'm trying to do my slight Eric Vale voice, which is the anime Phoenix.
Oh. Is that so? I'm sorry.
You're racist. You're racist against Southerners, which is rare.
It's called
simply
classism,
cannot
not racism.
understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful.
What the fuck, you Karen?
I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. It's like they want a haircut or something.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, I feel like the riots have evolved past that, but yes.
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Hooey! What did you do after that, Miss Faye?
Oh my god, no.
Why does she need to send both people?
Oh, sorry. Was it really necessary for it to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
I have to do the... yes, that's a very good point.
Why is he just paying now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
What the fuck? Answer the question!
I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there?
Fuck off.
That's it.
You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. That is a threat.
My heart! Damn it.
The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Oh my god, oh my god, her hair. Alright, I'm trying a different voice, something that's less ridiculous.
You know, it's really funny that you asked me to play someone, but I still haven't talked at all.
You want to switch?
That's true.
I don't, yeah, sure, whatever. I was gonna be
Yeah.
like, Zach, after you did the first judge voice, I would just be like, Zach.
Alright, Saba, you're the judge now.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye.
Isn't
Nice.
that just what's his face from first game?
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Alright, Adrian, you want to switch?
Sure.
Okay.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue.
We're back to our original roles, if I'm correct.
No,
yes.
I'm definitely not originally the
Oh,
judge.
sorry.
I'm about to say, yes, however, through this fucking cockamamie scheme, I have convinced Staba to actually have a voice line in this scene.
Alright.
Hey, I was gonna do Francesca, but
Oh,
Apparently
Adrian,
she
you
didn't
should
do
swap
it.
with Saba.
Alright, sure. I'm the judge again.
is she? But I don't know if she's gonna talk.
She'll
Well, that
talk
was fun for the
eventually,
two
just probably
lines.
not right now. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie.
Then
Wow.
fuck off!
Direct lie. Isn't
What are
this
you
like
talking
everything
about?
she's talked about is now in contempt because she's lied?
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god. But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful to say this, however.
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
There you go, that's really good!
Okay.
She was covering for Maya. Question further, fuck you.
You still can't lie. That's still a no-no.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
literally
I don't
no.
care what you say.
She bore
So-
false witness.
So you were covering for the defendant.
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred.
Oh, sorry, not to get weirdly political again, and we don't actually have to talk about this, but I'm not gonna lie, I literally didn't know what the Third Amendment was prior to, like, recent events.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, yeah, I forget those things all the time.
Because, like, everybody
It's okay.
knows the First and Second Amendment, but then, I don't know, I just never think of the Third Amendment. And then, needless to say, the Third Amendment seems really specific and almost like it should never come up.
What was
Honestly,
that?
Yet it
I've forgotten. Let me Google for a sec.
The
Zach, I
the
don't mean
third
to get
amendment is that soldiers from any military are not allowed to be quartered in your house without
yeah,
your
yeah,
consent.
yeah. But I think there was a specific point to that though at the time, where I think people were just barging in and being like, "You."
Well,
have
I mean,
to
at the
house us."
time, British soldiers would do that all the time. They would literally
No,
just
yeah.
show up into your house, walk
And
in,
so people were
steal
like,
a bunch
"Yeah,
of shit, and then leave.
I don't want that."
No,
So
exactly.
that's why that showed
so
up.
back then, that was really, common. And then obviously now that doesn't really happen that much, except for when shit hits the fan, I guess.
Well,
Zach.
there you go. That's why that's there.
Yes, Greg?
Zach, I don't mean to get political, but do you want to switch?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Who am I?
Oh, I'd like to see this.
You're
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Oh God.
Oh.
Well,
made a mistake.
yes. It's only later that I informed what had occurred.
Okay, good. I was like, you better include the sipping.
Zach, you gotta up your sip game, man. That was just one sip.
She's dying.
Give me a second.
Oh, he's actually.
Zach clearly has not practiced his sips.
What a fool. He doesn't have a drink by him at all times, and these are all actually 100% real sips.
And this is what happens, Phoenix, when you don't drink tea regularly.
Fuck you!
Phoenix, this is what happens. You keep declining my invites for tea.
What's the tea, sis?
What is
Now I legitimately just want an Instagram to be of Edgeworth, like with tea.
That's it?
No,
I want-
he just like, I got a new tea from whatever country. I'm gonna try it out today. I don't know. He's just
I
super
imported this
basic.
tea straight from India. And this one from Russia.
Hello,
Oh.
I'm back.
My goodness, that sip literally killed that. That was such a bitter tea that you couldn't handle it.
Zach, you
He's
gotta
annoying you.
invest more points in your tea, Foley.
Listen, I didn't think that I was gonna have to like swallow before doing that, so it wasn't necessarily like it went down the wrong pipe. It's more like it rocketed at high speeds down the wrong pipe and fucking scared me.
Oh no, Phoenix, right? The game ends up just killing you because you tried to imitate someone swallowing
Like
tea.
I always thought that this game would kill me just because of how annoying it is, and then I would have like a fucking blood vessel rupture in my eyeball, but nah.
Oh, okay.
That the
Seems
renegade
plausible.
mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Alright, we do something unexpected. What pray tell did she?
Wait, I thought you were doing old man voice.
Yeah, there's a different voice for him.
Now he's just
There's like
evil.
a bit of,
Around.
and there's a bit of Kermit in there. I can hear it.
There's a little bit of Kermit. Ow!
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Fuck off.
Man,
Yes, very well.
Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
Stop eating rocks, you idiot.
I'm
Well,
hungry.
witness, continue with what happened.
man, this
What
is
the hell is that accent now?
I don't know. I told you, I'm not good at
You
that.
were really good for like 2 lines, and now you're just doing generic high-pitched girl voice.
Well, she is okay. Whatever. I'll try my best. Okay.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit that she simply jumped up and stomped on my head.
Yeah, she stole my money too.
Yeah, can't believe she got coins for that. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already?
Wow, that's definitely not what I was doing before.
That's British.
Mr. Phoenix, I can't. I don't know what's that.
What about this picture?
I'm gonna do something real quick, because I think we all need this, because I think Francesca's character would be very benefited by this.
Well, like you were saying, Zach, like her objection literally does not have any accent, and there's a battle going on with me being like, well, I hear her objection voice and I want to sound like that, but then I'm also being told to be German, so I don't know what's happening
Emphasize them
anymore.
even, which tells
I literally just wanted to look up a video of somebody speaking in a German accent, but instead I found 40,000 videos of how to speak with a German accent, where none of them had, like I would just skip through them real quick, and none of them were the person speaking German.
Oof.
Finally, I managed to spray, stun, and kill this fly that's been trying to bug me.
Nice.
Nice.
Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Guten Tag!
Guten Tag!
That's weird.
Oktoberfest Bratwurst.
Or the beer.
Back.
Excuse me. Oh, I ate some voice-changing juice. Seems to work. By the way, anyone else want some?
Yes. Can I switch with you?
Sure, here you can have mine.
Oh, thank you.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mr. Ivory. No.
Okay, you wanna switch?
Sure, here. First, no. Okay, here. In order to switch voice, we must both drink this voice-changing juice here.
Okay. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go. That was very interesting.
But if she hadn't run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However,
Why are you Mrs. Doubtfire? I like it.
You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I mean, I was unconscious, so I can't really tell. I'm not sure.
Answer
About
the
10
question!
minutes, perhaps.
I think the judge is having an asthma attack.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
There you go. Now you're doing an actual
Good,
accent.
Adrian.
It was the voice changing juice.
Oh, once it
It
wears
was a
off, he
voice
goes
changing
back.
juice.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great. Well, now what? So, while you were unconscious, you had absolutely no idea where the defendant went?
I would think that's obvious. Good, sir.
That's true. Then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I wondered that myself.
I don't like how they shaded in her butt.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the keyword here is this witness.
What do you mean by that? Is it still me?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's that.
Oh god.
It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
Why is this now Tiny Tim?
Oh!
That's enough.
Oh my god, I could not have picked two that were farther apart.
enough, I hate this voice. Stop that, young Mia.
From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the channeling chamber.
I hope this isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt.
Like that snake.
Yeah.
Now, let's take the logical next step and ask,
Oh no, I
Yes.
where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Leaving
Yes,
the
yes.
channeling chamber.
Oh!
Be quiet, you.
I did what?
Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone?
What are you talking about?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eeny meeny.
Man, I got this. This is easy.
I think you can see where this is headed. I don't remember
I'm
her
gonna
voice.
not speak, Mia.
I don't remember her voice.
Witness, name and occupation.
Okay. So my name is like.
Hey,
Mimi.
we didn't switch.
Yep. I was the whatever her name
you
was.
guys
I still am whoever's on stands.
You're not close bracket witness. That being said, do you want to switch?
Sure. At this point, I'm already here.
Okay.
I'm like
researching like parapsychology stuff at the university.
What's parapsychology? What's parappa the rappa?
Parapsychology.
Let's see. It's like, I guess, like most like people like call it like occult stuff.
Sabo, I'm gonna
Cult.
mute you.
Legitimately, that's what people sound like when they say too many likes.
Like, what do
Unfortunately,
you mean?
like
Even
I
if
don't know,
that's
like
the most what people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and do research yourself.
Yes, sir. Please
Now
step
then.
on me.
Oh god.
oh my
Or
god.
maybe you subscribe to my OnlyFans. Now
buy,
then, Miss
buy
Mike.
that Wonder Bread.
God.
If you want
Also,
my
did you
characters
say
to
you had an
pay-
OnlyFans? Oh shit, I skipped your dialogue. I'm sorry.
After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct?
Well, like, I guess.
If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor, you filthy little pay pig?
Oh, please, harder.
Oh gosh.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine and some decency. Jesus Christ.
He's only 18, Your Honor.
It's not cool. You're like
But
a thousand.
legal.
Excuse you. 18 is legal.
I'm gonna legally kill you.
You can't. I forbid it.
Penalty.
Penalty 100%.
Damn it.
I'm
too horny. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room.
Why are you sleeping?
Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Yeah. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way.
That's called bittersweet.
My sister. She, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
That she died.
Wow.
She
I
told me that
feel-
she died and that she fucking hates me.
I honestly feel my brain cells slowly dying.
Hey,
Speaking
hey,
like
Saba, you want to switch?
this. Sure.
No.
Line over.
Voice changing juice.
Don't you mean the defendant Maya Fey?
Saba Zach, the voice changing juice is critical to the process.
Oh shit.
Duh.
You guys keep switching. Adrian, you want to switch with this voice changing juice?
Who are you again?
I'm Phoenix.
Sure, here.
Really
This is a
now,
good
Your
bit.
Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Why are
Wow.
you fucking what's his
There's
face
like-
from Resident Evil? You're
Oh, I
fucking Wesker.
Oh, I was going for Solid Snake.
Oh,
Seven-
actually, I think that's the same voice actor. So that makes
Oh,
sense.
7
it's-
minutes,
it's-
Mr.
Alright,
Right.
spot on then.
7
minutes, Mr. Right.
Is
Give
that,
me
how,
7 minutes.
is that how long it takes for you to make me come?
What?
I don't know. Somehow we switched back now.
No, I'm sorry. I knew you wouldn't say it, so I had to do it.
Well, yes. Okay.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of the witness's sister?
Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness.
Wait, I had voice changing juice, right? So I had to do a different voice.
Sure.
I mean, you
No,
went
but
to her
The
regardless
juice
if
just
it's
means
the
that
same
you're
or not.
switching voices. Doesn't mean I have to do a different voice.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah. Can I say something that's like kind of offensive? And I know that she'll never actually hear this. Yeah.
Only if I get to add new lore.
Oh my god.
All right, fine. So,
prerequisite.
I'm basing my Valley Girl accent on my cousin Casey, despite the fact that she has never lived in California. She
Wow.
like I know I'm doing like a really like it sounds kind of like a caricature. This is legit how she talks. It's infuriating.
Well, my bit was that it turns out the secret recipe for voice changing juice is
Water and
is
dirt.
sand and water.
Yeah.
Well, also, okay. Grant, I don't know how long I'll be able to keep up with this judge's voice, so you want to take a potion?
You want? Yeah, you want to switch?
Yeah, please. Okay. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing.
Why is
That's
she
Russian.
Okay, just keep on going. It'll eventually
It's the
get
voice
there.
changer.
No, fuck it. Do Russian. It's good.
Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was?
Now
Or
she's
I'll
a
just turn
gypsy.
Transylvanian. I'll just turn to. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was?
She is
I mean,
a
hey.
vampire.
I was gonna say that is accurate. She's a vampire.
I'm sure we'd love to hear about it.
Like, do I totally really have to?
Of course.
All right.
Miss Money, please.
Also, why do you keep? Never mind. I'm just gonna drop the joke. It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't.
establish lore, you coward.
I mean, I was just gonna say like, and why do you keep inviting me to join you for a double stream on your OnlyFans?
I have to beat Larry.
Ugh!
Collaboration is the only way.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me.
There was
did-
no accident.
I was drugged with sleeping pills.
Oh my
I don't know. I just wanted to try a funny voice.
I was murdered by that person.
Why is she mentally disabled?
Hey,
Like,
fuck
it's just
you,
like the
that's
highest
rude.
pitched voice you could, like, ever think
Room
of. That's what it is.
202.
That's right, I took my revenge.
My revenge!
It's only fair, isn't it? In it? Fucking Brit. In it?
In it?
In it?
This
In
one
it?
fed.
The only thing, innit?
Oh, she's
Shit.
British. In it? In it, my fault?
Her revenge.
Oh, I'm so unused to
It
the
just
judge's
feels so
normal voice.
nice to hear, like, Grant playing the character you were.
Shit. Zach, you want to switch?
Absolutely.
Quickly.
Alright.
This feels too right. It needs to feel wrong.
This needs to feel wrong. That's
is
that's
the
the number.
wrong-
That's the #1 comment on Francesca's OnlyFans.
God.
Oh my god, so.
Now, are you sure that's what she said?
Yes.
Is there, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
Not in the slightest, young lady. Now get back down on your knee.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
No, Zach, we established. Not in the slightest. Now stand there while I get back down on my knees.
Oh right. Ah! I don't like this lore.
It's alright.
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow.
The fuck was that? Did someone just shoot a gun?
No, I dropped something on my keyboard.
Oh.
Yes, I shot a gun inside. I was the one who killed.
However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth.
Stop shifting accents.
It's just gonna happen.
You're
It'll
you're
eventually
her
find somewhere.
you're making her accent. Just stick with Transylvanian or Russian. You were
I'm
doing so
trying.
good.
But there's
Long
literally
armor.
sometimes, like, if there's not like a word that like allows me to grab onto that accent, I just can't get it.
She's the woman of a million accents.
Also,
Oh.
Zach, fucking glass house stones much?
What are you talking about?
Alright. Oh, I like that. I like those sprites.
The end.
Oh my god, what happened to her thumb? What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all loose ends are accounted for. What
Oh
the
my gosh,
fuck?
a demon has taken over Phoenix.
This testimony was now, was it
And
all
then he
made
was
up?
asleep now.
Was it just one huge lie?
Is he turning into gross?
Oh no, who's Mia now?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Oh, that's right.
Well, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Just like me. Even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out. Let's find that loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Oh, hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity!
There is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind the murder.
Oh my god, I just feel like I need to blow my nose every single time I hear Adrian talk.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts only more foolishly foolish drabble.
Kramer, can I borrow your ascot? I need to blow my nose.
I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
And Miss Von Comma, can I borrow your ass?
My sleeves are already
Don't make me
so
whip you with this. Whip?
Oh,
Foolish fool.
I can't use my sleeves, they're soaked through. I've been blowing them all day.
Oh my
Oh.
god, Adrian, please. I'm gonna chuck this voice changing juice at you.
Oh.
Who the fuck was that?
I think this was.
So-
Anymore.
Was that because of your
Oh, it's just sad.
possibly allergy, was it?
Like,
Where's my tissue?
that's right. I, like, think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, like, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day.
Yes, indeed.
I see.
I think I'm having an allergic reaction to this voice changing news. But I would have missed the boat here.
Phoenix is just swelling up like like an inflation fetish.
Oh no, why did you
Oh,
have to
no,
go there?
stop. Fine.
Anyway, do you think that you're inflating right now might
I
arouse
said
some
mine.
people?
I will whip you.
you can't possibly whip me. I'm all the way over here. Ah! How do you do that? Your whip's not even nearly that long. That's bullshit. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
She tied another whip to the end of her whip.
The
Oh!
whip whip.
All the time.
Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.
Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food.
Oh, I think you don't understand me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room?
Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad. This voice changing juice is not working well for me.
Hey, Adrian,
No, it's okay, like, really.
you want to switch?
Or let me just take maybe more voice changing juice will fix it here.
That's it. Why did you stop mid-sentence?
Oh my
It
god.
didn't fix it, it made it worse.
It
This
made
is
it.
the most
It
stressful
made it
stream
much
I've ever been
worse.
in right now. Oh my
Now, not only am I stuffed up, I also have a little bit of an accent.
Why? Alright. We have fun here.
We have fun here. This is a stream.
This is
This is a very good stream.
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Cool.
Oh, he coughed it out.
he coughs out and there's a little like gremlin like thing that crawls out of his like mucus like slimes away.
Oh no!
Can I keep it?
Visions about this person who entered the side room.
Wow, that was really sassy for no reason.
It's the thing. The thing that Phoenix just coughed up is a nasal slime.
God.
It's a baby Gork.
Oh.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I was like, oh my god, totally might sit there.
I can't deal with this.
Are
Okay.
you absolutely sure?
I guess?
You guess. Hey, Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to switch with Grant?
Yeah, you
Well,
want to
I mean, it only works if the people initiating are the ones who are switching.
switch?
So if Grant wants to ask me, then that's fine. But
Adrian.
Yeah.
You want to drink some juice?
sure.
It's working.
Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
I expect Valley Girl Adrian.
Like, I don't know.
I was hoping
Cute.
that he was gonna do nasally Valley Girl.
I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
I actually really like this for some reason.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child.
Oh, lore.
But more than that, she managed to mess up the
Pog.
question with her answer.
Is this me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's you now.
Well, Mr. Right.
Oh, so normal.
We're slowly getting back to normal.
Hey, Saba.
Oh no.
You on the Switch?
Okay.
Who are you?
I am the one on the other side of the
Oh,
court.
shit, wait, no, no, you're doing a great voice.
Okay.
Zach.
That's fine.
But you're asking to switch
Well.
with me?
Wait, then I'd be Phoenix. Shit.
No, I can switch. No. I can switch with you, and you could be Mia.
Oh, that's true. Okay, Zach will switch.
Because I'm also Mia. We just forget.
Yeah, she doesn't talk a
Don't
whole
forget
lot.
your juice. Here you go.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney?
Really horny.
I like hadn't seen her in like so long.
I need to put my look away now.
Wait, is this still me?
This
Oh.
is still you, yes.
Yeah, this is what you.
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I meant to as my sister.
You sound like a guy named Derek.
I thought you were gonna say you sound like Grant.
That doesn't sound like Grant at all.
uh,
You should know better than all of us what you sound like, and that sounds nothing like you.
Shouldn't.
You fucking Sephram.
I shouldn't know what I sound like because your voice isn't how you think it sounds.
You don't
What do you
perceive
mean?
how your voice actually sounds because it echoes in your head, Zach.
No.
Yeah,
Z.
No.
vibrate
I-
through
No.
Da.
No.
C.
Wouldn't.
one.
I'm gonna just mute Saba real quick. So that way I can get the. How do I mute? There you go. Ha! Now she can't stop me from saying yes. Oh, wait, no. But wouldn't most people react with surprise at seeing their dead loved one again? I don't know, Maya, how do you feel?
But like, maybe if I was like, someone didn't know about like the occult. But I like know about the Korean channeling technique.
The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister.
Yeah, like what she said. That's what she said. Ah, funny joke.
Yeah, funny joke. Should I drop this line in questioning? I'll question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason to do like anything was strange.
What?
that
She was
you're dead.
covered
Except
in
for the fact
blood.
it's also your sister too.
No, and it's
Yeah.
the fact that she's fucking. Her tits are covered in blood right now in the story.
I see. So that's what.
But. Ah!
Don't keep badgering her.
You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while? Whips him again.
I found my whip is way more persuasive than an objection.
Way more!
Zach,
Way
here you
more.
go.
Wait,
You're
is this me?
Phoenix and this guy.
Oh, I
Yeah,
am?
you traded
Yes.
with me for the judge.
Mr. Wright.
This oh wait, I was doing like a plantation owner, but I'll save that for a different character.
This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister is it really that important?
It's very important. What about the bloody lactation?
Oh god.
Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet.
Bluffing
But
against
I've gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
comment. Like, okay, like totally cool with that.
Man, yeah, I don't know why. I still just really like Adrian playing.
Can I not just immediately hit present and then the image?
Wouldn't it be the bloody costume?
It would be this.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Why not?
At least for this one. Which image?
The one we're looking
Oh, just
at.
this image?
Yes.
I
And
will
she said,
say-
"Oh, okay, okay." I thought you were means something else.
I will say there are occasionally times where more than one evidence produces the solution.
This is Phoenix Wright. I don't believe that.
That's true.
Well, because like I want to present this because this shows like a person who looks like her sister, but then also the fact that she is covered in blood.
That's
I
fair.
mean, that does make
that if you want.
100% sense.
Does make sense.
And both of
Really?
the people who already know this game are telling me are basically telling me that it doesn't make any sense. So
No, I'm saying it makes sense. I'm saying that
I said it also made sense. Who said it didn't make sense?
No, but I'm saying like both of you guys agreeing on this is like an indication to me that I'm wrong.
All right.
So there was
Apparently we're really
nothing
evil,
odd
Ethan.
about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, nothing was like weird.
What the fuck? Oh. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong.
What's an OnlyFans? That's impossible.
Oh my
Ooh, I really like the idea of like all the women. Like obviously this would be very misogynistic to make canon, but all the women in the series being like, "Huh, OnlyFans. It's a good idea."
But they all fail, and Larry's the only
Doesn't-
successful one.
Right, I forgot about
Oh
that.
my
I
God.
forgot that's canon lore.
Doesn't Edgeworth also have one? I thought we established that at one point.
Did we?
Was it Edgeworth? I know we
thought so.
established someone else. I don't remember if it was Edgeworth
Yeah,
or
it's
who.
not important right now. Like, is everything okay? Can I go on? Fucking asshole.
Fucking asshole. Alright, I'm gonna
Alright, I did
present
a photo.
this picture.
You're bad.
Sure, go for it.
Alright,
My
the music
bitch.
cut out, thank God. That's a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. She just dies.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix? Right.
This time,
Mr. Phoenix, right?
Mr. Phoenix Wright. It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Fuck off, you're dead. Miss
And
me.
you will soon be too.
I turned her. She has a knife. No, she has the thinker clock.
She has the knife and the gun.
Oh. Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, and? Sorry, I had an emotion drainer stuck in my throat.
That is this is disgusting. I don't like the idea of us all chugging the voice changing juice and it fucking collects in our system like a slime. That's
wow.
disgusting.
It's a very... has a high viscosity.
Oh, but I
Ugh.
don't think that's what you're talking about at all. Take
Like
a,
Jell-O.
what we're thinking at all. Look at this
I mean,
picture.
I mean, it makes sense given the potion changing juice's ingredients.
Oh, that's true. This is a picture of the sister you met. Would you think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this, lactating blood for her vampire baby?
The blood spray. I can smell it from here.
Ew. Miss Miney,
That's the you part.
why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Oh no, that's her bracelet.
Zach.
Oh, it's still me. It's so confusing.
Order! Miss Miney, what's the meaning of this? Miss Miney?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Don't interrupt me.
Wait, no, this is her split personality, right? Where it wouldn't have the Valley Girl accent?
Yeah.
That...
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though.
First of all, calm yourself, witness.
See, because, like, I really feel like Eenie was the one that actually died in the accident, and that this is actually the... Yeah, Mimi pretending to be her sister, which is why she talks about having like multiple personalities, because she's literally just acting like her sister.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap.
Oh shit.
Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be.
After murder part 2. Like, the side room was kind of dark, you know.
It was midday! What? Where's the autopsy report?
I mean, it's
It
always
doesn't
dark
have a
considering-
time of day, what the fuck?
It's always dark considering my eyes are always closed.
But then how'd you see your sister?
I underwent the same surgery that some other doctor.
She can see in the dark, didn't you know?
It's like the cosmos purple, right? The blood totally blended right in.
What are you talking about? Look at this picture! It's covering the white part of the outfit!
But also, Lotta's camera has flash, okay?
Shut up.
She gonna animate?
You know,
Nah.
my sister wasn't right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Wait, you what?
Yes. Now I see. You must die.
You must die.
And now you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps. That's his catchphrase whenever he sends someone guilty. You must die, guilty.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
Hey, I'm really glad that as time has gone on, he doesn't just assume that I'm not gonna cross-examine the witness for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to question the last bit, because this is weird. Was your system calm by that time?
I guess so.
Adrian, god damn it.
I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better.
I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better.
Alright,
Why
I'll let
she
you
overfun?
I'll let you get back to your cams. She says that with her whip at the ready.
And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know.
So wouldn't Miss Morgan have said that? I don't know. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement,
He'll
they'll
end
end
the
the
trial.
trial.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. That was me. Wait, was that me or me?
No, that was you. I
Oh.
just started. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up.
Alright, well. Press. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Don't push your subjective opinion onto this court.
What about this picture I took? That clearly shows that the room is very bright.
That's alright.
Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? That's true!
You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man.
What is this accent?
It's dipping into Elmer Fudd.
Ugh.
Okay.
Can't breathe. Let me out of here. You didn't see the blood,
Yeah.
but she must have had the gun with her at the time as well.
That's,
Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face.
Continue.
Why did it cut to the judge? Was he just pooping himself a little bit?
And what was your sister, Mimi Miney like at the time?
Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just saw Dr. Gray.
Oh my god, Adrian. And also, this is weird because this is establishing something that we already talked about earlier, because when I question the next statement, it says like, oh, and did they calm down by that time? But we didn't establish that they were worked up yet.
Hmm.
But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go out with me to like Applebee's.
That's incest, but okay.
Phoenix, that's a terrible choice of a restaurant.
clearly the choice of a liar.
Fucking what? You've never gone with your family to a restaurant?
Not Applebee's.
To Applebee's.
Is Applebee's only for dates?
No, Applebee's is only for garbage humans.
Oh, I haven't been. I hadn't actually ever eaten at Applebee's before, so I wouldn't know.
It's
not
disgusting.
that
They have
big.
no pasta.
Is that your
The
only
pasta's
gauge?
just
That
what makes
No,
it.
so the thing is, and Grant can attest to this because I've talked about it before. My not really qualification, but whenever I go to a new restaurant, I always order chicken parm first because I know what good chicken parm tastes like, and I can gauge the restaurant accordingly to be like, okay, I feel like I can trust this restaurant or not. And you go to Applebee's, and you know sometimes you can order stuff off menu, which I know isn't necessarily the best thing. But I was like, hey, can I get a chicken parm? And the lady literally goes, we don't have pasta here. And I was like, what? What do you mean you don't have pasta here? And she was like, yeah, we don't do that. I can get you a burger, though.
you sound like a real fucking Karen, Zach.
What the fuck are you talking about? Pasta is the most basic shit that every restaurant has.
Their food ain't great, though.
It's also just terrible, that is true.
I mean that part's valid, but like you don't go up to fucking McDonald's and ask for pasta.
That's not a restaurant, that's fast food. Oh, you don't have a funny quip. You don't have a funny quip for that, huh,
You didn't hear,
Adrian?
I was making one. but you
Exactly.
didn't
That's
listen.
why I'm talking over you.
Right.
So I'm right.
I win. No. Anyway,
I win. I always win.
did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you?
Like, yeah.
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place, huh? Like, when do you mean?
When you...
Oh, this part's important.
So, when was Pearly fixing the vase?
I think during the murder.
Well, no,
Probably.
wasn't
Well,
it?
the murder happened and then Phoenix Wright showed up.
Well,
I remember
hang,
her saying that.
because the sequence of events is they go in the channeling chamber. They don't leave the channeling chamber. The murder happens. Phoenix and Lotta get there. Phoenix and Lotta go outside. Something happens after the murder. They go back in, and then the rest of the stuff happens.
Yeah, so that's when they went out.
Right,
Right.
But what I'm asking is because we know that Pearly broke the ancient urn or whatever, and I have vague memories of that occurring during this time period.
Right.
So I almost
Yes,
want to
you are
say
correct.
while you were going to the crime scene, and
Yeah,
then
that
the
makes
evidence that I'm going to present is the broken vase,
Sure.
which
Or
is
Pearl.
definitely going to get Pearl in trouble.
I think you can also submit her profile too. I think. Maybe.
Ooh, do you think there's
Her
Do you
Pearl
think there's her Pearl
Her
file?
Pearl file.
Do you think that there'll be branching dialogue for Pearl being like, "What the fuck?" if I present
Well,
if I
bro.
present the
Well,
vase?
It's Mia right now, so she
Yeah,
doesn't
Pearl's
know.
unconscious right now.
Oh, that's true. Thank God. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? It's harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I like totally can't.
That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. This is interesting because is this the first character that we've investigated as a witness whose claim for why they're just lying outright is that they have bad memory?
I guess.
Because we've had
Maybe.
characters that have been like, oh, I misremembered, or oh, whatever. But this is a character whose literal persona is that she's a ditz and ergo doesn't really retain information.
I mean,
The air
Booby
go from
McGee
her
from the
head.
first game was kind of that, but not really.
Who?
Pink Lady.
Yeah,
April May.
kinda. She was definitely more of just like provocative, though. I feel like that
She
was
was a
her
little
character.
bit that, yeah.
I
But
don't think she was stupid. Yeah, she was more just like you just said.
I'm about to say she was more just trying to like woo all the men, of which the judge was one,
and the woman.
and the woman.
I mean, hey, I know some.
She just went for anybody who would look at her boobs. Okay.
True.
To be honest.
which I still want to say that's an amazingly bold first. Well, not really bold, but like that's an amazingly bold first witness necessarily to bring up to the stand. Literally a character where every time she finishes a sentence, she fucking squishes her boobs together, bounces, and then does nya. And it's like, oh my god.
No, the first witness was Larry. Or
Oh,
Another
you're
Larry.
right. Sorry, saw it. I forgot.
yeah, I can't believe you'd forget such a memorable character.
Hey, he comes back for investigations.
That's true.
You
God.
think, Mr. Wright? Or do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether
No.
or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important.
I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you please, include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. And I didn't see anyone. I like the channeling chamber.
So,
Well, yeah, that's you got her there.
Pearly, right?
Sure.
I think either one works.
It did work. Oh god.
Oh.
We're ratting on her.
You know, we can just say she was there. We don't have to say what she was doing, which is why I wanted to
Can't believe
present
you're
this and not the
narking
vase.
on Pearly.
Okay.
You say that you didn't see. Wait, Saba. If you
What?
say it like that, you make it sound like he's gonna rat her out regardless of what I say.
I don't remember. Just go. Yeah.
Oh
When-
no.
By the way, Zach, when you said, hey, Saba, you had the same inflection as the last time you asked someone to drink some juice. And I
thought
got
it was
really
like-
worried for a second there.
No, I feel like we all settled on good characters.
Hey, Zach.
Yes.
No, it's fine.
I'll take Mia back, sure.
No.
However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter,
Uh-uh.
Pearl Fay.
Fuck is that little gremlin? Ugh.
You fucking piece of... Pulls out a gun. You fucking... What the fuck did you just say about this little fucking angel? She's a fucking cherub and you will address her as such, motherfucker.
She's gross. I don't like her.
Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child?
Oh, you know what else I learned today? Like, just like a day of me, like, learning things and not procrastinating. Do you know what a stigmata is?
Yes.
Wow, that was very fast.
I was raised Christian, Zach.
No, but I was asking everybody, but okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
What
so.
stigma is.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Well, stigma comes
Same.
from the phrase stigmata, I think.
Well, that
But
makes
yes,
sense.
Adrian, since you know what a stigmata is, would you mind informing the class?
It's basically one of the holy wounds that Jesus and most saints accrued. It
Interesting.
manifests usually in people's palms, and there's a lot of fancy old artwork of fucking angels with their teeth posing through the sky and shooting lasers out of them.
That's what's up.
My goodness.
There you go. That was one of the things I learned today, because I've always heard the phrase stigmata. Like, I've heard of it, but I did not know what it was prior to today. Despite the fact
Jesus.
that I was also raised Christian, technically.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
The garden.
Yep. which means anyone walking through their area would have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that?
Oh my god, she turned into a ghost.
As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time.
Also, my favorite candy is Airheads.
Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous.
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it.
What sort of foolish?
There's no way someone walking through the winding way could have not noticed Pearl. Oh, do I really have to present the vase?
Can't believe you're gonna narc on Pearl.
I don't want to. Can I not present the ball?
She was fleeing the ball at high speed.
Oh, she
It
wasn't
was
playing with
bouncing off everywhere.
Yeah, she wasn't playing with the ball at the time.
But... Alright, I'm sorry, Pearl.
You have to snitch on her. Nah, 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 nah.
This urn is my proof.
And we promised her.
An old, cracked clay pot? What
Cracked?
is it going to prove?
You know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why.
Oh, that's...
She broke the urn?
No!
Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. Oh, Pearl. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind.
Brains.
Turning to a zombie now?
I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she says is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About brains?
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
The witness just testified about that.
Yeah, and I proved that it was a fucking lie, so fuck off.
That's right. I was like sleeping in the brains.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here.
Wait, how do we know that she wasn't?
Wait, well, I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know that. I
Why
just,
did you
because of this.
Bluffing as usual, Phoenix Ray.
The witness says that
But
during
what
the
is that-
actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. Tell me, Mia!
Yeah, I have no idea.
Fuck.
You wanna phone in help?
Yes, please.
Do you want to phone a friend?
I mean, I'm afraid if I say, help me, Mia, she's gonna be like, Phoenix, you dumb bitch, and I don't want to have that dialogue read to me.
Alright, what's your guess? Is it testimony or evidence?
Alright, so what we trying to prove again here was that at the time of the murder, she was not in the side room
She
sleeping.
was not sleeping in the side room. Yes, correct.
Well, I mean, that's like, it's weird, right? Because the thing is that like she still could have been sleeping in the side room, but we know that she's lying about seeing her sister.
Well, I mean, if she literally just testified that she wasn't in the side room, does that count? Even though we just told her, we just proved that she lied, I guess?
Well, no, that's what I mean, though, is that what we proved is that she didn't cross through the winding way while Pearl was still trying to fix the urn. You know what I mean? So, she still could have been in the side room sleeping.
Right, but do you think there's a contradiction somewhere? And if so, Like, where do you think evidence that would prove otherwise is, either in the evidence or in her testimony?
I mean, just the fact that this box and this thing
But
both
I mean,
have
that has nothing to do with, I
that could
think,
go
her right
later.
now.
That is true.
So, are you sure you don't want to ask Mia for help?
Really? Fine.
Fucking little bit.
I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere?
Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out?
Do you really need help, you little fucking baby?
The
Yeah,
game,
you do.
the game is like, oh, do you really want to be a little bitch? Well,
Ow.
I'm actually. Are you okay, Grant?
I'm good.
Well, no, because now I'm gonna say no, because now that I have confirmed from the game that it's like, okay, there is a contradiction here. I feel like I can figure it out.
You sure you don't want help?
Well, it might be hard to see, but I can't just accept her help without thinking through myself first.
That's the spirit. Give it another try. I'm also the spirit.
Oh, my alarm. Oh God, we're like done with the stream. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So we literally just ended on here. You want to think about this for an entire day's off?
No,
Well,
I'm obviously
22
no.
hours.
I'm going to be finishing this part. And
Time
when I
to
say
add
this
another
part,
to
I
the
don't necessarily
pile.
mean this trial, but
I like this dialogue right here.
add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. Oh, it's the same thing. All right. So
Help me.
I don't think. I don't think that there is necessarily. I don't think that there's necessarily evidence that proves that she wasn't there. So I want to say it's part of her testimony. Right?
I mean, I don't remember her testimony
Sure.
right now.
I'm also
so
asking
probably.
Grant.
Bro.
Because Grant never helps me with these things, and I had to take the fucking fall.
Yeah, then I can't be blamed.
You son of a bitch! Come on, give me some help.
Wait, what's the first one?
First one's her testimony.
No, it's this one.
Oh.
That proves that she wasn't.
So we need either something in her testimony or something in evidence that proves that she was not in the side room at the time of the murder.
What's your other inventory?
The side.
Another, like, yeah, slide.
Slide to the left.
Can you use the key? I don't know.
No, because the key was well.
Zaki?
What's this one? It's Lord Planet.
The key, F sharp. I don't know if that's actually a real musical clue.
F sharp? I think so. I don't know. We have a little bit of health. Let's just say her testimony.
Sure.
Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police.
So?
Oh my god.
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
How did you tear your hat and then put it back together? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact?
How?
Ah, that is the contradiction. Okay. I concede that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the winding way. Okay. I think that's a more or less good enough place to end.
Yeah.
This was a fucking wild stream.
Yeah, that was crazy. And my voice is not gonna be fine.
So,
would you look at that, Zach? We're out of voice changing juice.
Oh man.
I'm about
Oh,
to say,
man.
for now, I assume that everybody's just gonna stick what they are. So I am now the judge, unfortunately. Man, I'm
can't
just really,
believe it,
I'm
Jack.
just really glad that that Gumshoe wasn't in this, so that way someone other than Grant wasn't stuck with Gumshoe.
I can't believe that we only had enough voice changing juice for one stream.
Oh
Man.
man.
It's for a length of time and not for a number of consumptions.
Unfortunately, we cannot produce more because, as we established a while ago, the recipe and technology has been lost to time.
Who knows what could be?
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
I'm gonna watch this VOD back. This is fucking insane.
The fucking I was thinking about if you have the time, Adrian, like if you're watching the VOD where we're all switching and stuff, and like the nonsense that happened therein. Would you mind clipping people doing specific voices so that way we can have proof of like, okay, you can do this voice. I know you can.
No, I will not do that because I'm not a fucking snitch, Zach.
All right, then I'll do it. Fuck you.
Alright.
Night, everyone.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.